Okay, hi everyone. So let's start with today's daily MCQ session. There were only 4 MCQs today, and three of them were relatively easy. Okay, so we have to try to solve each of them within 1 minute because understand in exam most of the questions are going to be easy. It is not like entire paper is difficult. What happens is you start the paper, you feel like first 10 questions are difficult, so it fits in your mind that the paper is difficult. So that should not happen. Understand most of the questions are going to be easy, and you have to try to complete them within half minute so that you get time for remaining questions. Okay, because only if you are able to solve 100 marks or at least 95 marks, only then you can aim for 80 plus, right? So if you are aiming for 80 plus, you have to try to solve that much. Okay, fine. Let's start. Ratio of A with B is something, ratio of B to C is, B to D is something. So it is a continued ratio question. So let's form a table like this. First A, B, C, D till what? E, F, right? Now what have they given? A to B is 2 is to 5, okay. Then B to D is 3 is to 1, so 3 is to 1. Next is D to F is 1 is to 5, so 1 is to 5. Next is C to E is 3 is to 2, so 3 is to 2. What is the combined ratio? Understand, for combined ratio, for calculating continued ratio or combined ratio, there has to be one common term between each of the ratios. There has to be, okay? Each pair, I mean, at least one pair. So, for example, like in this, B is common, so we can find continued ratio. In this, D is common, so we can still find continued ratio. But if you observe C and E, there is nothing else in C and E, so they are not common with any of the other pairs. So it is not possible to calculate this continued ratio. So these two values will never have, because we don't know what is relationship of C with others and what is relationship of E with others, right? So there is no, I mean, we cannot calculate continued ratio. So answer is data insufficient, option B. Okay, no, not this. Next, 2. If one root of this equation is 4, then the other root is, that is square, 2x square, correct, plus px minus 8 is equal to 0. Now this question is easy because one root is directly given, right? We know that product of roots is what? C upon A. What is C? Minus 8 upon A is 2. So product of roots is going to be minus 4. So product of roots is what? One root into other root. Alpha into beta, right? So that other root is going to be what? Minus 4 by 4, which is minus 1. 46% people have given it correct, so that is good. That was relatively easy. Next, probability. Achha. In CPT exam, there are 4 MCQ papers of 100 marks each. Correct questions give +1 and wrong answers costs -0.25. So same as our paper, right? If a student takes all 400 questions randomly, what is their expected score out of 100? Now, only 10% people have given this correct. I don't know of how much, but only 10% people have given this correct. So it is, I mean, probability and theoretical distributions are the chapters where you have to study a bit because they are different. I mean, you cannot always go by simple logic. You need some formulas, or you need at least basic knowledge. If you know this binomial distribution, why? Because in each MCQ question we can either pass or fail. We can either give correct answer or wrong answer. Probability of correct answer is 0.25 because 1 out of 4. Probability of wrong answer is 0.75. There are how many such questions? 400. We want expected score, expected value of x, that is E of x, yeah, mu. For binomial distribution, mu is NP. That's it. That means expected correct questions are going to be 400 into 0.25. 400 into 0.25 is 100. That means the student will get 100 correct questions and 300 wrong questions on an average, right? Expected value. So he'll get plus 100 marks and minus 300 by 4, that is 75 marks. So 100 minus 75 is 25. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. And last, the relation A spouse of B is. Okay, let's check one by one. Reflexive means A is related to itself. Okay, let's check. Can we say A is spouse of A? No, right? A is spouse of A is not a valid statement because spouse is either husband, wife, or partner, right? So for spouse, we need two people ideally. Okay, technically. So not reflexive. Then let's say symmetric. If A is spouse of B, then B should be spouse of A. that is correct because if A is spouse of B, B is spouse of A. Spouse means husband, wife, either, right? So it is not reflexive, but it is symmetric. Let's check transitive. Transitive means if A is spouse of B and B is spouse of C, then A is spouse of C. Is it correct? Now understand. It is, I mean, it is possible that a person has two husbands or two wives, right? So let's say A is spouse of B, B has another wife or husband C. Then there is no relation between A and C, right? So this is not a correct statement. So again, transitive, no. So only symmetric is the correct answer. It is not in this, not in these options. So none of the above is the correct answer. Only 28% people have given this. Okay, fine. So I hope these are clear. There are I mean, 4 questions only for today, but that is fine. So for more practice, I have given the link of the Telegram channel where I post this in the description. So do join it. If you have any doubts, let me know in comments or personally on Telegram. Okay. Let's stop. Bye everyone. Soon we'll start taking live sessions as well. Okay. Bye bye.